There's so many.
Nicer
There's so many careless mistakes.
No.
Oh, I was like, why? Why
Really?
did you do that?
Think they were careless?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Turn this off.
Alright, it's that time again of the week. It's hump day. It's also Let's Talk Racing time.
Yay!
Welcome everybody to Let's Talk Racing. We got Duane Cox, Caitlyn Joyner, and myself, Roger Brehm, behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yes, my favorite place.
The man behind the curtain.
So anywho,
Yay! I got a new laptop here. Hang on a second. We're turning the sound down on this stupid thing.
we'll get everybody coordinated over on the other side there.
And, you know, since he does computers, he decides to give me a different one each week.
You'll get over it.
Yeah, well.
Or get used to it. One of the
Yeah,
other.
something. No, that's better. Well,
So,
alright. Miss
racing.
Caitlyn, you were getting ready to give us your opinion on the wonderful, fantastic Daytona 500. So go ahead now that we are officially doing that.
There were so many careless mistakes, like bumping someone in the left rear when they're on the outside row. Just isn't the smart decision, because when you do that, they most likely are going to spin to the inside, and that takes out 18 cars, as you saw. So
Yes, it did.
I don't know. There was just a lot of stuff that a lot of the wrecks could have been avoided if people would have taken a second guess and thought, "Hey, what is going to happen if I do this?" But they didn't. So
It's like, all right, answer me this, Caitlyn.
yeah.
You've never thought about doing something and accidentally bumped somebody and things happen?
No, I definitely have. But like,
you're talking 200 miles an hour in a split second.
I mean, like bumping someone when they're already loose, and you can see they're already loose.
Well, that's a good thing.
It's a good thing, but then you wreck 18 cars.
Well, I mean, you can do it and theoretically not wreck 18 cars.
But they didn't do that. They wrecked half the field.
Yeah.
Well,
They had a reason for the clash. Well, it's raining. No, you got 5 cars left.
Yeah.
You got 21. You only had started out with 30 or whatever, or 20 or whatever it was. You know.
yeah, they only started with 20 and what, they had 6 left, I think?
Yeah,
6 on
something
the
like
pit
that.
road.
In various forms or whatever. So,
But,
ridiculous.
I mean,
Got a lot of
it's,
people angry. Somebody just unfriended me on Facebook because I made a comment about somebody. But anyway,
we talked about that last week.
yes, we did. I just think it's still I think it's humorous.
Now, not saying that you're wrong, not saying you're right.
Nope.
Talking about Caitlyn. But you got to remember they did change the cars,
That is true. They did change the cars.
so they don't have all the knowledge that they need to know. They thought it was pretty cool when you could get down there and do a little quick side draft, drop low, and move up a spot because you would cause some extra drag in the car in front of you.
Well, yeah. But I think they could have just, like, not been more patient, but just not passed in the ways they did.
All right, now with Jimmy causing what he caused, it was, oh, by the way, the rain is hitting the end of the track. You better get your butt up to the front.
Yeah.
So you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Quite possible. I know that they, and I have the app called Dark Sky in my phone, and I think I got it for 3 years ago, but it is very accurate about, it'll say, rain start in 5 minutes, and I'll look out and go, I'll be darned, it's raining, you know. So I've heard that's a real big app, so maybe the guys, one other one I forget, but the rain's coming, and then, and Dark Sky's pretty usually right, more often than not. It's a pretty amazing thing. Consider that the guys that get paid the big bucks and look pretty on TV don't know what the heck they're saying, you know. So, could have been. Hurry up and get up there, because we got
Rodney Davis is saying, hey, what's up, guys, and Caitlyn.
Hi, Rodney.
And your buddy Randy just joined in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Randy, she was looking so forward to you being here.
Yeah.
But anywho, so other than the fact that they had a couple of big crashes, what did you think about the rest of the racing? Whether it was the Clash, whether it was the trucks, Xfinity, or Cup?
It was all very entertaining. Like, it was the first time in a long time, honestly, that I've been interested in watching a whole race. Because normally, after about 10 or like 30 laps in, everything gets really calm, there's not like anything happening. And you're like, oh, okay, like, nothing's going to happen. So then you turn off the race, then you tune back in 10 laps to go. And then nothing still happens. But all the races this weekend at Daytona were very eventful.
Yeah, Saturday I had to work, so I missed that one. But it's an interesting thing somebody posted up and had a picture of the races back in my day back in the 70s or whatever, showing front stretch of Daytona and the cars are in a single line.
Yeah.
And then a picture of this past weekend and going like, and the difference is. So I think that people complained about lack of passing or whatever.
Yeah.
Either I've only seen highlights from back in those days when I was sitting in the stands, either freezing or roasting. And it's great. You throw a 2-hour race and 20-minute highlights, and of course you get all the passing.
Yeah.
Sure. So yeah, it's not necessarily as bad as it is. I just, like I've said before, need to dirty the cars up. That's the biggest thing. If you're gonna get kind of like it used to be, get the cars off the ground. Who was that spun? Oh, they're coming down to pits, and the two boys behind them spun out.
That was a
banged
mess.
in one of the guys. A couple took out 2 or 3 guys. The other guy missed everybody, but then he went out in the grass, and then that darn chin spoiler, I call it, whatever you want to call it, plow, caught the front end, blew the front end off his car.
Yep.
And he was perfectly fine. He could have gone on and come back around. They cleaned the grill out and put tires on it and sent him out like in years past before they started doing that darn thing. And that's one of the things that drives me nuts. Daytona has paved most of everything around the track that's not in grass. So the backstretch is all paved and all that. So what?
I was seeing if she's catching the comments.
I am.
Look at Super Street Race.
Now, Randy, she was pretty good about having you going to be here and everything, so.
You're saying that like I didn't want him here.
We can have a little fun with it anyway. Yeah, Randy says the truck race looked like a Super Street race. I believe it.
Oh no, the Super Street race looked pretty clean compared to the truck race.
Depends on which Super Street race, I reckon. I don't know.
Maybe the last one.
Which weekend?
Possibly the first one.
Which weekend, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how'd you like the winners? The truck race we had.
Well, that was the team that won a championship last year, but the driver was already fired before they got to won the championship, right?
I don't think he was fired.
Well, he didn't have a ride.
He was moving on.
Well, I think he got, unemployed. How you put it?
Well,
terminated. I hate terminated. It's not to kill somebody.
He was, they were already replacing him. He was supposed to be having a ride, and then that sort of like disappeared.
Right, but anyway, that's the team that won the championship last year. Just got a different guy. So, and the interesting thing about that, of course, was last year they had to scratch for money. They almost didn't make some of the races, and they won the championship. So, interesting situation as far as that's concerned. As far as what was that truck here?
So Austin Hill,
Hill.
He won the race, and you know who the crew chief on that is, right?
No.
Is that Hudson Hall? No.
No, Scott Zipadelli.
Oh,
Zippy.
All right, yeah, you got somebody who knows what they're doing.
Our buddy Zippy.
Yeah.
Then, let's see.
Well, the Ford trucks were running real well, and I got all scrambled. I'm in finish second. I'm a Ford guy. Crafton, notice the same team's 6th. Ben Rhodes, I think he's on the same team as 9th. And everything else is Chevrolets, folks. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's
Couple
just easier to say
Toyotas.
who wasn't a Chevrolet.
Oops.
One Toyota in 8th place. I'm sorry, David Gilliland.
And then the winner was on Toyota.
Yeah.
Then for our Xfinity race,
Another Toyota.
Yeah.
Michael Annette wins the race. But
That's standings. That's standings. Okay.
but he's third in the standings.
Isn't that fun? Ross Chastain, second standing.
And Brandon Jones is first.
Yeah. Interesting.
But they got
Austin Cindric fourth and the fourth.
they got some points because of the
That's stage wins and all that.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
so now of course now with Michael Annette, who's his PR guy,
No clue.
Is that Mr. Hall?
that is Mr. Hudson Hall.
Okay.
I sent him a text. He was sitting there behind Michael. He was just grinning his butt off. And I finally, the next morning when I got up to rewatch it again, I took pictures and sent it to him. So, but it was nice to see Michael get his first win and at Daytona.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one heck of a first win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone in here would turn that down.
Go big or go home.
No, for sure not. No.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Jeffrey Earnhardt, 9th in points. That's pretty good. Hope he does well this year.
Ryan C. got up there. That was unusual. Jeffrey Earnhardt, 18.
Yeah. 9th in points. Well, hopefully he does well. 'Cause
I thought maybe Justin Haley might have the race, but didn't do so well.
you know, those chase points in my business sort of things wacky. You get the guy that wins the only race of the year so far. He's in 3rd in season points.
Yeah.
What?
I don't understand that.
I explain it to somebody who's never seen a race before. I don't know. But anyway.
But anyway, now as we move on to the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, our very own local Denny Hamlin
Yeah.
wins the race. We'll get to hear more about that come to Denny Hamlin Showdown.
Yeah. Did Logano run out of gas or something right at the end there? He was running second. Next thing you know, he was 4th.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because all of a sudden the other 2 Toyotas went by him. So all 3 of the Gibbs Toyotas passed him. Of course, Hamlin was already in front, but the other 2, Kyle Busch.
How did he finish 4th if he's second in points?
There you go.
He didn't have any stage wins. Kyle Busch did.
I don't know, but he was, they were well, I know that the 3 Toyotas finished 1, 2, 3.
Because Ryan Blaney got the other stage
So they
win.
made a big to-do about that. But they weren't 1, 2, 3 until last 100 yards or something like that.
And he only had 35 people racing.
Yeah, and Casey Mears was last.
Huh?
And Casey Mears was last. Well, it's the season point so far, yeah.
Cody Ware, he was out there. Matt Tiff.
David Reagan, he's way back. Corey LaJoy. The most famous paint job from 2018 so far. With that, and then they made some t-shirts with it. They did a graphic. His hood was his whole face. And when they're putting the thing on, they showed him trimming around where the grill opening was, and they left part open so we could get 2 buck teeth for a while, so they trimmed it out.
Here's a new string of comments while we were
Here
busy
we
looking
go.
up other stuff.
All right.
We got Valerie out there. Hey, Valerie, how's it going? Rodden Davis was saying something earlier about
Big
stirring
money
the
being
pot.
loose to the side.
Always.
Okay, there you go.
Big Money lost his ride.
Yep.
Ronald Klein with the Monster Boy. Oh. And let's see.
Points. Yeah.
Rodney says the 34 didn't push him.
Nope. No. Oh, you talking about when Corey LaJoy got wrecked? No, not
Yeah.
Corey LaJoy. Benedetta.
Yeah, Matt was doing really good. He was out there. He was getting a lot of airtime from everybody.
I think he led more laps than anybody else.
He
Now,
was-
I'm taking
he was
that. Of course, he's not driving the Ford this year, but still, I like the guy. And Corey LaJoy's driving a 32 car now.
In a Toyota.
And did real well too. You know, that's when the junior, for one of the better terms, junior Ford teams don't have a lot of money, and was running well. And Matt was driving that car, and very personal. You know, from what I could tell, a big following. Really
Matt,
nice young guy. Yeah.
He's a really nice guy. He used to do a lot of Periscope stuff with everybody, with all the other drivers. He'd come up and bang him in the head while he was doing Periscope. Oh my God. When he came around and he was doing Periscope, everybody started hiding. But yeah, he led 49 laps. Byron led 44.
Wow. Yeah, so that was the most laps.
So
I didn't even know that until later on. And
he led the most laps of the race.
Yes, he did. He had a tweet that got, I don't know how many hundreds and hundreds of likes post-race. He was walking up his driveway, I guess, a couple of new Toyota trucks in the driveway. I wonder where this came from. But good guy, good run, tickle to death. I mean, no matter what kind of car he was running, that was a good run. Then he got, like a lot of folks, getting knocked sideways, spun out, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Rodney says again, the 34 didn't push Logano.
I don't know. That's last week. That's old news now, anyway. You know, really. I mean, I'm not going to get into it.
Hey, we need to get a hold of the track and tell them that we want Mastermind to sing the national anthem. I'm serious. Were you here that night, Duane? When he was here?
I was.
You heard him singing the whole national anthem.
I know. He was right here and hitting this mic, and nobody could hear anything. Yeah, that's a classic of some sort. Come on.
It will be different, that's for sure. So you got Matt Carter just joined in the background there. Yeah, let's see. How many cars did finish Daytona?
Not a lot.
Good question. Yeah,
Let's see here.
Gotta find some race standings there. I don't know. Let's see if I can find some race standings there. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm going to take and see if I can pull up something here. Results. I don't want Atlanta.
Just tell me. I think I'm on the same screen you are, which is not going to do us any good for looking at the same thing.
How many were still left running?
Not a lot.
Theoretically, 26 cars. Did Harvick get messed up in the last wreck?
I think so.
If so, Kurt Busch.
Who was that went down the middle and got sandwiched by the 42 car? Was that Stenhouse?
I think so.
Yeah, 4 cars in the inside, minding his own business. 42's up here, and Stenhouse decided to go down to the middle, and 42 car decided to close the gate. And Harvick's driving along here, all of a sudden, blam! You know, he's at the grass. You know, so yeah, that was not his. You know, Ricky doesn't have a lot of fans on the internet right now. I'll tell you that, they were really ripping him.
Well, you had
that was a stupid move by his part.
Yeah, 19. Well, hold it. I forget. What the heck? Let's go back here. 207 laps for the race. 14 cars were on the lead lap.
Okay.
2 more a lap down. 3 more 5 laps under that.
Yep.
That was down at 19 cars. That was with B.J. McLeod.
All right. Boyer's son, his 20th is accident.
I know Clint Boyer was out.
Byron behind him, accident.
So, I think, but wasn't B.J. out also? No, he made it. Because it would have been Chase, Corey, and B.J. at lap 200. No, maybe they were out.
Well, that's stupid. I'm trying to get results. That's going to be the entry list for next week. NASCAR.com, folks.
You think?
I did pretty well on my NASCAR fantasy. I'm in the 4th.
Jimmy Johnson, yes, Jimmy Johnson finished 9th. Valerie's hero.
Yeah.
Matt Carter, the rock star. Matt Carter, Rodney, you're never going to let that go, are you? All right, Austin was 16th and was still running at the end.
Okay, sure.
But let's see. Now, didn't Chase get wrecked up?
Seems like it, because he only did 200 laps.
Yeah.
It said running. It said 200 laps. Well, no, he's got 200 laps. Everybody in front of him's got 205 or more. So
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he got
the
207
the
laps
red
into
race
the
is
race.
200 laps.
So our official decision is there were 16 cars left.
Artificial.
well, he was quote, running, but he's only 5 laps behind at that point. Because it took him 207.
Oh, hold on a second.
How
Let's
many laps
see.
did he actually run?
They
207,
said
208 laps?
they said Corey LaJoy and BJ McLeod were still running.
Right, at 200 laps, and then
See right here?
Logano's up in 4th says, I know that, but I'm looking at the total number of laps. Go up to the top, all the way up to your finisher.
Yeah, no.
And it shows the winner did how many laps? 207.
Yes.
So he was running, he was 7 laps behind, according to NASCAR's official website.
Well, that's what I'm looking at. They still had running. Austin was 16th. He was running.
Yeah.
Corey LaJoy, he was 18th. He was still running.
This
They
is
said.
running, but only
BJ
200 laps.
McLeod was running,
Yeah.
maybe by foot. Kurt Busch was still
Yeah.
running. So that
Well, I
brings
got
it.
Harvick running. Hang on.
Hold on. Harvick was running.
Where's Harvick?
Yeah,
Slow down.
194
No,
laps.
it's his accident. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a mess.
Yeah.
It was a mess. I don't even,
The fans loved it. That's what mattered. Okay?
well,
They
being a Ford fan, it was like going along and say, okay, Rick got some more Fords. What the hell's going on here? Because it was like the 2 Chevrolets up front when he started, and like 6 Fords behind them. Hello.
you got 3 Toyotas, 2 Fords. What more can you ask for?
And
And
then,
a ton
I
of
can tell you a whole
Chevys.
lot more than I
and then
have
all the Chevys that were left.
We could do Daytona in 1963. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I also forget what year it is. In the 90s, I think. At Davey Allison
Menard
won.
the best.
And there were 5 Fords finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
If you want to ask me what I wanted. But anyway, can't always get what you want. We shall see.
Why would you think that?
I know how it rolls. So.
All right.
NASCAR is showing the entry lists from the NASCAR website. And besides certain drivers that who's in the Coca-Cola racing family, I'm going like, what does that have to do with the enter? See the red bullet there as a Coca-Cola cap.
Well,
Whatever happened to Pepsi? It used to be the soda of NASCAR.
Coke pays more, I reckon.
I guess
Well,
the people that knew about it forgot about it and passed away, and it's actually beats that. And then Brian, who's still hiding out someplace.
I remember when they originally started doing that. I've got almost every front of a Coca-Cola driver off of a.
The machines?
Yep. And some.
I bet you some of those machines were vandalized. People getting that Earnhardt stuff off of there.
Well, the ones I have were brought to me by Coca-Cola.
Okay.
And I even have some that are brand new that were never put on the machine.
Right.
So, they are stored away.
Yeah, I imagine that was a double-edged sword on that. I can imagine people trying to get the Earnhardt image
I have to
off the
bring
front of the
those.
machine, and God knows what it
Yeah.
took to do that, Dale Jarrett was there, and I forget who else
Remind me
was.
when we get done for me to show y'all something about the Coca-Cola family.
Oh boy.
It's not bad. Jeez.
Well, anyway, as we always said, plate racing, which is what that was, and they made a big thing about, well, this is the last plate race ever. Like it was a big deal. I loved that Kyle Busch said, they're going to tapered spacers. It's the same thing. So that was like they're trying to manufacture news. It's the last plate race ever. Well, okay, fine. Yippee. What does that mean for me? Not a thing. we've already talked about here the last couple of years, plate races don't mean anything.
Well,
Daytona finished last year, somebody got wrecked out and somebody else won. You know, they run 4 plate races a year and they're not their own little critter and everybody else runs something else. So we'll see what happens in Atlanta next week, which is always has been for a long time, I'm not sure now, one of the fastest races that wasn't a plate race. So we'll see what happens with this new engine package there.
It'll be interesting. It'll be something else for them to learn, and another excuse for why they bounced into somebody.
Yeah.
Anyway, I noticed Mary
Keyword
and
excuse.
Valerie out here doing a Thelma and Louise thing. Anyway, Valerie wanted to know if you're ready for some racing, Caitlyn.
I am. I'm missing it a lot.
So let's slide into do a little talking with Caitlyn here and tell everybody how you got into racing, Caitlyn.
So I started in the Hampton Roads Kart Club, which is an amazing club. Like, everyone's so welcoming and everything. And it started with one of my mom's friend, Eric Wickheiser. His daughter just moved up into Wing Champ, so he had an open flat cart. So he was like, hey, if Caitlyn wants to try it, you know, get her out here, we'll put her in a cart real fast. So I was like, I don't know. Like, sounds cool, but like, not me, you know? So I go out there, he hands me the suit, and I was ready to cry. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I don't want to wear this suit. I was in 5th grade. So then I get in the cart, and I fall in love with it. And then ever since then, I've just been going and going and going. Well, yeah, that's it.
I reckon Randy's trying to ask you, how do you think the racings will go this year?
Oh, there's a lot of new cars in the class. The Super Streets is gonna be a giant class this year. I mean, not that it wasn't a giant class last year, but this year there's a lot of new people. So I think it's just gonna be a little overwhelming how many cars are gonna be on the track. But I think after, you know, the first practice, we'll get it down and know what to do with how many cars are on the track. So I think it'll be good.
Valerie says you're a little badass.
Always, I try.
Okay. Now, you've been racing Super Streets, what, first year was last year?
Yeah, just finished my first season.
So you're no longer a rookie?
No longer a rookie.
No,
No more yellow bumper.
Is that going to eliminate rookie mistakes? Still?
Probably not.
Because now you got a whole bunch more rookies now, right?
Yeah. I think there's 2 new cars at least. And then someone else possibly. Because I know we have a new car coming on with Car Masters Automotive, Tillman Hewer. And then I'm pretty sure, I can't remember who the other person is. But, yeah. There's going to be a couple rookies this year. Last year was kind of nice because I was the only rookie. So, there wasn't as much going on.
Theoretically.
But
So you're saying only rookie mistakes was the one rookie, or what is it?
No. I had a lot of rookie mistakes. Yeah. There was a lot.
But you weren't the only one making them.
No.
Okay, that's what I was trying to say. You don't get to claim the fame of being all the rookie mistakes that
No.
are out there.
No. I definitely don't want to claim them all.
Ah.
Oh, well, that's fun. I'm teasing.
All right, let's play some devil's advocate. Who do you find the hardest person to race against out there when you're racing?
Everyone.
That's a crappy answer. Let's try
Well,
again.
there's no driver in particular. Because everyone drives different, so I think it's hard in that class to race around anyone. Because no 2 drivers are alike.
Do they pull a Janet Guthrie on you when you try to pass them? They race you twice as hard because you're a girl?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
They're all very welcoming, but everyone just drives so different, you really never know what to expect.
Okay.
All right, let's flip it the other way. Who do you find that you like to drive around? Be near when you're racing. Don't have any issues.
I don't really have issues with any of the drivers. Everyone was very welcoming.
All right, now I got to flip back over to follow up on that.
Uh-oh.
Be careful.
Yeah, sorry.
They haven't said anything. Oh, great answer. Okay. I was just wondering if anybody thought of anything that may have ruffled some feathers or not.
Oh, I definitely ruffled a lot of feathers.
So you got what? Name any names. You have one big rival out there, at least from last year. You expect this big tough gun this year. I don't have to name any names, but I don't want to get any.
Oh,
We
hell
know
yeah,
the
name
track.
names.
Oh,
Hell
come
yeah.
on.
Name names, yeah.
Yeah, you're instigator back there behind the curtain. Don't listen to that.
Don't worry
Don't
about
pay
the man
attention to
behind
the
the
man behind the
curtain.
curtain.
There's definitely drivers that I would like to be competitively passing and racing against.
Okay. Fair
But
enough.
I don't have anything wrong with racing anyone in the class.
Okay.
There's no driver in particular that I'm like, I want to beat him or her. It's just, I just want to do better than last year.
Okay. Sure.
Be closer to the front.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
So, what points position did you wind up with last year?
I tied for 6th, but due to honorable finishes, I got counted as 7th. And also got
Okay.
Rookie of the Year.
Cool.
How many cars do they really have in that class each weekend, average?
I think our average was
Yes.
10 or 12, I think.
Okay.
There was always a lot of us. It was quite intimidating my first couple races.
What's going to happen to you when you get 20 cars out there?
Pass them one by one, and hopefully they don't pass me back.
Has them more than once yet.
Yes.
Nathan has something for you.
Yes, Randy definitely did give me a big break one race. Big rookie mistake. I didn't exactly know how low was. I wasn't quite low enough. Because
Okay.
I wasn't too sure about how big the car was. After that race, I definitely learned how big the car was. And after that, I knew exactly how low was.
Have you squeaked the right side yet?
Yes. Yes. I did that my 3rd or 4th race. There was something on the, in turn 4 on the track. Oil or something, I think. Or no, training fluid. And I hit under the flagpole 2 times in a row. Yeah. That was pretty crazy.
It's some curb failures or something?
After that race,
I
yeah.
still sell it.
It's no good unless you're crossing underneath the start-finish line just at the same time you squeak your tires.
There you go. Yeah.
That means you hit the apex on the width as best you could.
Yep.
You got away with a squeak and not a crunch.
I put a hole in my door, but it wasn't too bad. It could have been a lot worse.
Huh. All right then. Randy was telling us that the new Aero package is going to be at Atlanta this week.
Is there a new aero package in Atlanta? I'm not familiar with that. I think they changed it. They'd already changed it at Daytona, right? Bigger spoiler.
I think they were doing a different one at Daytona.
Oh. It's possible. I know there's a bigger spoiler on the car.
Give NASCAR 5 minutes, they'll change something. It's worse than the weather around here. Give the weather 10
Oh,
minutes,
yeah.
it'll change. NASCAR
But,
never take 5 minutes.
Some pictures of the cars before the racing started a few weeks ago. There's a bigger spoiler on the back, it's quite a bit taller. And some people think comments say it's going to make the car look a little odd. I'm not sure what else they did with that.
Caitlyn, have you ever heard of Ona Speedway?
No.
You've never heard of Ona Speedway?
I don't think so. I've
It's
probably
in,
seen it.
it's in West Virginia. It's
It's
the
the West by God.
only asphalt track in West Virginia.
Oh.
Ask Duane about Ona Speedway.
What? Well, this Speedway goes back quite a ways, of course, that we talked about. And it's popped up on the internet about Bobby Allison's win that he doesn't have anymore. the next race they went to Ona Speedway, and first and second was reversed, and Richard Petty finished first at Ona Speedway, and Bobby Allison finished second. I think it was like a couple of days later or something like that, with them. Bowman Gray Stadium to Ona. So they've had the big core racers, just like Langley has. People, a friend of mine was talking to some young fellow, it's been a while back, talking about going out to see the big guys. They're going, oh, I said, yes, they did. You know, prior to '72, Langley had one year they had 2 races with called Grand National in those days. And Mr. Al, and I looked it up the other day, and Mr. Al was right. Everybody that won at Langley eventually became champion of the series. So, shows you how difficult the track is. Because actually there is a page for Facebook on Wikipedia for the track, and talking about, you know, 4 degrees bank on the straightaways and 6 on the turns, pretty flat track, very tough, and so on. So. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully those guys will do well. I know that everybody's building a car. There's been so many tracks down. We talked about it a year or 2 ago now. There's a track in Texas that was similar size to Langley and closed. The only asphalt track in miles. I mean, the guys had to go 2 or 3 or 4 hours to get to another asphalt track. So all of a sudden, all those guys that raced that track had no place to go. There were dirt tracks all around.
Oh, yeah.
And they had to tow about 3 hours to get to another asphalt track because that one closed. So it's good to see a new owner into a track and getting back going again. Committed, like you said, 5 years, and he'll be talking to us hopefully again soon. We'll hear some more.
Signed a 5-year deal.
Yep.
To take and run it, and he's also in charge of the old ARCA trucks. What are they? The CRS trucks or series? I
think something like that. I apologize, I don't remember the name, but the ARCA trucks. So that sounds like a fun series too.
Here's the Ona Speedway that you're talking about.
Yeah.
It definitely got a lot of people.
There's also an airport there too.
Well, that's the airport behind the track, actually, more than
anything else. That's probably it.
Airport was that. Interstate 64. We looked at the map last week. It was 64. Doesn't go too far. So we get on our beloved Interstate 64. Keep driving far enough and wind up West Virginia. We'll find out how to get to the track, right? I say beloved sarcastically because Interstate 64 is not one of the best. I think it's more of a Interstate 64 is a good training ground for Daytona 500. I think. I don't know. It's just, you know, you got to learn. You know what people are doing, and you learn to see these cars flinching and figure this driver's going to do this or that. It's pretty wacky sometimes out there. Good thing is, but my new position, I don't have to drive on it anymore. So.
Yes. What are you saying now?
Splitter and tape. Well, I guess they changed the splitter. Tapered spacer. Yeah, we talked about that.
We're putting an even bigger spoiler. Something different with front air dam. They say the spoiler looks like a billboard.
Oh boy. Well, that's one way to create the drag on it. Talk about, quote, the old days and all that kind of business, because those cars were bricks compared to what they've got now.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much impossible for the cars nowadays not to be more aerodynamic than the cars were years ago, because the street cars are. And people go, well, put a stock body back on it. Even if you did a reproduction of a stock body on it, the car would be more aerodynamic than the car was 10 or 15 years ago. Just because they are. They've learned so much aerodynamically about cars that the little van that had a crazy turn signals, they had a big hump on the top of the turn signal on a plastic part of one. What was that? And supposedly it was to push the air out of the way so it didn't catch the side mirrors on the side of the car.
No.
But it was, it's like weird looking thing,
Yeah.
Looked like a frog with his eyes bugging out. So back in years ago, you say, well, a spoiler in the front end didn't apply till you're going like 40 or 50 mile an hour. Well, now they're looking at 20 mile an hour on some of this stuff and actually learn that it does make a difference. So, what we got going on here, Roger?
I'm just looking at our next guest.
All right.
Our little 10-year-older.
All right. Quarter midgets, huh?
Checking him out.
Yeah.
Valerie says, see you soon, Caitlin. Racing will be here before you know it.
Yep.
I hope so.
You're still got a lot of work.
Yeah, actually. Take
Do
that
I?
back. We
What
still got a
Mom-
lot of work to do on the car.
I got Mom over here doing cubicing saying, not so fast.
Oh, you almost got away with nobody knowing you were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom's sitting in the back over here.
Yeah,
She's trying to do the behind the curtain thing too.
yeah.
But anywho,
Tell her daughter quit chomping at the bit. We got to fix the car.
Not
much-
fix
how
it,
much-
build it.
Build
how
it.
much
Well,
more you
that
gotta
too.
get on the car?
Right now we're at a hot pink frame and a motor. So, quite a bit. We gotta hang a body, we gotta scale it, we gotta do some test runs, and I think a couple other little things. But
Couple of little things, yeah. hang
couple
the
of little
body.
things, but
Is the engine in?
yes. Motor and tranny are in.
Wheels on?
Yes.
There's some wheels on it.
Some wheels
Yeah.
are on. It's like connect the dots part, okay?
Pretty much.
What color are you gonna drive this year?
The car's gonna be white, but my frame this year is hot pink, which I'm very excited about because it looks amazing.
We got Brian Morehouse hanging out there in the background too. Hey,
Uh-oh.
Brian.
NASCAR spying on us again now.
Remember when Ryan Priest came out to race at Langley in the modifieds?
I think so.
I might have missed it. I hadn't seen
Yeah,
a lot of modified races I'd like to.
But anyway, Brian and I were talking, and,
Mhm.
and he told me, he says, "You watch that boy. He's going to go somewhere. He's fast."
He has, and it's exciting to see him. Well, he's in next against the Xfinity over this year. He's doing real well.
But
and
now he's running up in the Cup Series.
Well, he's running
already.
Cup. That's right. Because DW is going like he did a modified move or something like that. So I'm not a fan of DW, but he said good things about this kid, so that's fine. We'll even talk nice about people, you know.
Yeah.
Running his mouth about stupid stuff and turn the switch off again, but.
Yeah, but Brian was talking up boy a lot, and it's turning
he's-
out pretty good. I mean, geez.
It's a good run. It's
Brian called one for once.
yeah. But yeah, Priest, you go, wow. I mean, it's little if no experience on a big track like that, and running really well. It's impressive to me. And we're like, wow, you know, it's not a guy that's been here last year, the year before, or whatever. So it's exciting to seeing some new names to me. I mean, some of these other guys, you know, the front row is new names to me this year,
Yeah.
even though they've been around for a little bit. I mean, we talked about that before. These are guys that, as far as those of us here locally have seen or heard of, familiar with a little bit, and seen those guys running on the big tracks now. That's fun, and that's what NASCAR needs, that fans that have seen guys locally, Brendan Queen, this sort of thing,
Connor Hall.
running, Connor Hall, running at the big tracks and doing well.
Yeah, Connor Hall and Brennan are amazing.
And both Brendan and Connor was like, wow, you know, it was terrific. It was really exciting to see those guys running in ARC and stuff like that because they ran so well. And there'll be a few more weeks before ARCA runs again.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to see some more fun stuff from that.
Okay.
Atlanta will be interesting to figure out what's this new rules back
All right, no
gonna
problem.
do. So
Just
we're
call
gonna find
the
out in a few
number I
days.
sent you. That'll be cool.
I'm willing to wonder how it's going to change the handling of the cars.
Yeah.
Going to be tighter or looser in the rear end.
Yeah.
Well, if they're going to bigger sport, they're trying to put a lot of drag on the
All right,
car,
sounds good.
which of course is going to slow it down.
Yeah.
Of course, that will plant the back end more too now.
Yeah.
I don't know if those cars have been a problem with being the back end being loose anyway. So that's,
Doesn't seem like it.
I think they're just more trying to make the car stick. We got a phone call here.
Yes, that's our guest.
All right. Let's talk racing. How are you?
Hey, Roger, this is Chris.
You on speakerphone or something?
Yes, sir. Can you hear us?
That's a little
You're
better.
better now.
Yeah, I was kind of far away there. Is that a little bit better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you sound like you were in a barrel there for a little
Yeah,
bit.
you were talking down the pipe there or something, other.
Yeah, no, it was far away. I was on the other side of my desk there.
Okay, that's a long way. Big desk.
Yeah, it's a long one.
So what, Gavin there with you?
Yes, he sure is. Let me know, you guys ready to go?
You're already live. Come on.
You're on Facebook. We're talking to you live stream right here now, so be careful what you
I got
say.
Well, Gavin, say hello to everybody.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, Gavin. How
Hi,
you
Gavin.
doing?
Hi.
How'd you get into racing, Gavin?
Well, my dad took me out to, like, in Salisbury, we was like a dirt track, and we heard, like, cars going, and my dad took me, and I said, I like it, and we just got a car, and actually in our local, like, the area we live in, there's, like, a little cul-de-sac, and we started making laps in it just for me to get comfy in it.
So, how old was that when that started?
About 4, 3,
And how old are you now?
I'm 11.
Nice.
So you've been racing half your life, and you're only 11 years old.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy stuff, guy. How many races you've run the last year?
140?
Really? Wow. You get some wins out of that?
Yeah, we got quite a bit.
Cool.
How many?
42.
42, wow.
In 42 races, how many wins? 42 wins?
Yeah.
Really?
He had 145 races, and out of that, he had
Wow.
42 wins.
Wow. You don't have any room to hang any more checkered flags in your house.
So how many total wins has he got so far across the board?
214 of them.
Wow.
Wow. That's a lot.
We're going to have to be, everybody in your neighborhood's going to be careful. They're going to have to be running for second place, right? So what kind of car are you running? Is that quarter midget? Tell us about that.
Well, we run a quarter midget, like a go-kart, and like a mini outlaw kart, which is like a mini, like kind of like a mini sprint car, and then the quarter midget is like a midget on asphalt, though, and the karting is just your typical go-kart. On road courses, though.
Wow.
On asphalt.
I'm looking at a picture here. Were you at an Indianapolis Speedway a while back?
Yes, last year, actually.
What were you doing there? Trying to get into a big race?
Yeah, it's like actually a really big race, and a lot of people go there because you get to take a lap around the big Indianapolis track.
Wow. Did you get to do Grand Indy?
And there's a big quarter midget race there, and it's really cool when you win.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Yeah.
So you made a lap around this Indianapolis Speedway, is that right?
Yes, I've done it maybe 3 times.
Okay. What were you driving, or were you riding, or what was that about?
Driving in our quarter midget.
Okay. You had it wide open for about 2.5 miles, right?
Yeah, kind of. I had to kind of go out a little, but because you would blow the restrictor plate or something.
I was gonna say you had to breathe it once in a while, keep blowing the motor up, right?
Yeah.
What kind of engine's in that quarter midget you got?
A Honda's in I think Honda's in all. There's a Honda, World Formula, and Animal.
Okay. So how big is that engine in your quarter midget? What's the kind of displacement?
I like a lawnmower size.
Okay.
Kind of.
So where's your favorite place to race at?
Out of all the tracks I've been to, probably Metro Atlanta.
Nice track.
How big a track is that?
It's pretty small, but it's a really cool track because it's big, like really big.
No.
Like Bristol.
So it's a Super Bowl.
So what do you think's the worst track you don't like?
Yeah. Got a track you hate?
Definitely, I think. There's so many tracks I've been to. I don't like the parking lot stuff with the Nationals that much. I just don't like it driving on. Just different. I don't like it that much. It's like on parking lots practically. That's
Okay, yeah. So you like the high bank stuff? You like to go fast with that thing, trying to blow the engine up every lap. That's what you're trying to tell me?
Yes.
Okay.
That gets to be expensive, though, don't it?
Dad might be too happy with that wearing out the engines all the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And tires.
Oh, there you
And
go.
tires,
Of course,
oh,
the
yeah.
tires is a given, yeah.
Yeah.
Who you got sponsoring you?
Yes, we have Mellow Yellow, HMS, Kilo, Idea Realty, Straw. Pretty sure we have Alpine Stars. Yeah, one of the biggest ones we have. Off Axis Paint. I already said HMS. Yeah, that's pretty much all of them.
You got enough room in the car for all them?
Yes, sir.
Well, say you had to add more body work to get any more sponsors. You
Yeah.
can't get any room for room.
Put a wing on it or something
Yeah,
like that?
go
or-
wing class so you got more room, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What
My
it-
dad actually puts more details. My owner likes how that builds our cars. He actually doesn't like stickers on our car. He hates them. I think it slows us down.
The stickers slow it down, huh? He needs to get a better quality of sticker, I guess. A little lighter
Get some of that
weight.
Jeff Bodine wax that they use on the.
There you go.
That'll work.
Wax it down like one of the
Bobsleds, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your near future goals to do, Gavin?
I really want to do like F1 and all that road course stuff.
F1.
Yeah.
Gonna be an American driver and hook up with what's their names?
Hoss.
Help me out here, guys.
Hoss Racing.
Yeah, Haas Racing. Get with them.
Yeah.
And you know,
Have you been talking with any of the teams that are in NASCAR or anything? In case you're looking to go possibly in there.
no, not really. Well, there's some friends, but not really much.
Now, what is there something going on at what was it, Atlanta or Darlington or something like that?
Yes, I think we go to like Arlington for a race, and is it instead of the track? Outside of the track. Quarter midget, back in the parking lot. Nationals. Throwback scheme.
Sounds like fun.
Okay, I got a question. As young as you are, how do you even have a throwback scheme?
They really can't tell what it is right now.
Okay.
This young man here, no matter how old he gets, he's going to be able to tell everybody, I've been racing for all my life, just about.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Except
not
for
gonna be a
3
lie.
years. For 3 years, I didn't.
Yeah, first 3 years it didn't. Had to learn how to walk first. Yeah, that's something else. I mean, I don't know. Make me feel really old right now. I'm old enough to be your great grandfather, I think. So, was a time when you had to have a driver's license to even get a racing license before you get on the track.
Sometimes I don't understand why I can't drive a car if I drive sometimes the car faster.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Caitlyn here next to us, she races at the local track, and she's a little too young for a driver's license, but she's same aggravation you are. Why can't I drive? You know?
Yeah.
And the mom's over here shaking her head going, no way. No.
What do the kids think at school about you racing?
They really think you just hit the gas and go around in circles and stuff.
Yep.
They don't think it's as tough as you know it is, right?
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, it's simple, like really simple. Just hit the gas pedal and go around
Yeah.
in circles and circles.
How about mom and dad?
My dad's fine with everything else besides the karting, except my mom. She gets freaked out a lot. Like,
Yep.
Yep.
Mothers tend to do that around their children.
Moms do that, trust me, and even like later on, my wife was freaked out about me coming to the show tonight because it was raining. So sometimes they never get away from that, you know. So just worry about you and want you to be safe and be healthy, you know.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We could tell you lots of wife stories too, but you're way too young to worry about that yet. Everyone in this room has raced in some form or another.
Yep.
Yep.
What did you guys race?
Yeah.
I used to race late models in NASCAR. Wayne drove some drag racing.
Racing. Yep.
Caitlyn, she's done super street racing.
Yep.
Super streets and carts.
Wow.
She's also done karts too.
Yep.
Yep.
So if you're in the area, you two can go down to the local AIK and take on each other.
There you go.
Shouldn't let those carts, they're too slow.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they're too slow. What can I say?
And the brakes work too good.
Oh, at the local
Brakes.
parties.
Yeah.
Party amusement center.
Brakes
Too darn
are
slow.
what's
The
it?
brakes work too good.
Brakes
You
Wow.
use your brakes.
Brakes are for wusses. Don't use no brakes.
If your car doesn't go fast enough to where your brakes actually like work to some extent,
Okay. All
something's
right.
wrong with your motor.
Okay. Oh, boy.
Oh.
Mom, you got a racer on your hands there now. Tell me. You already figured it out. I'm just telling you right now.
Do you have a game plan thought out in your mind or with your family what you're going to be doing for the next 5 years, Gavin?
Say that again, so I didn't hear you.
For the next few years, do y'all have a game plan for you as far as your racing goes for between your family and everything?
I'm supposed to get out of quarter minutes about 12-ish. And after that, I think we may go to karting and then maybe a little bit of the dirt stuff. Some of the outlaw kart too and some of the karting and then F4 car after that once I'm old enough.
Is this a year by year thing or every couple of years you're going to move up?
Every couple of years. Well, I've already moved up to like the max limit and all my stuff, except the dirt car, which there's one more division, but there's really no reason to run it. So, but we pretty much moved up to every max division and almost everything, almost the karting too. But we're pretty much up. In the quarter midget, we're max division anything. I can't. Well, if I gain weight, like get above 100 pounds, then I'll have to move up to the next class. But that's pretty much it.
That sounds about right.
Keep putting helium balloons on you. Keep you lighter.
I actually can remember trying to break 100 pounds, but that's been so long ago, it's ridiculous.
I'm trying to keep above 100 pounds.
There you go.
So are you a first generation racer?
Yes.
Wow. Well, you're doing very well.
So what does the rest of the
First
family
generation.
think about that? Grandma and grandpa and all this kind of stuff. We know mom's getting nervous. I guess grandma's not real happy either.
My grandma doesn't. She comes out like sometimes, but like when she watches me, she can't handle it.
Okay.
Sounds about right. Got the same problem over here.
Yeah. Well, the ladies worry about you, you know, so that's okay. I mean, you know. Just don't do anything foolish and you won't get hurt, you know, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully my problem was, of course, my broken parts. I went up at the end of the track off into the grass trying to get stopped. So that was no fun. So.
Hey Gavin, who's your favorite driver?
My favorite driver in NASCAR is Jimmy Johnson, and dirt is Kevin Swindell and Kyle Larson, and F1 is Lewis Hamilton.
There you go.
Kid, we got a lot in common. Jimmy Johnson's my driver too.
Oh well. There goes that JJ name again.
Yeah. All the winners, you know, like Hamilton. And stuff like that.
Who's been the biggest driver that you've had a chance to meet so far?
Kyle Larson, Kevin Swindell a lot. We got to see him a lot, but not really anybody else. Really, we're like really good friends with Kyle and Kevin.
Yeah, Kyle's a pretty good kid.
Yeah.
I met him back when he was still just doing K&N racing.
How long ago was that? Like,
2012, I think.
Ran here in Langley, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, I've met him up at Knoxville also, so when he's up there running dirt.
we went out to Knoxville when we were in Daytona, I think. No, it was we went out to Volusia when we were in was it Daytona? Daytona, and we went to see Kyle and Kevin race.
Cool.
Well, Christopher was driving for Kevin that night, but we went to watch them.
Yeah, Volusia County's a pretty cool track. It's been a long time since I've been there, but a lot.
Yes.
You can
Flyer on it.
you can go crazy going to all the races in Florida during this past week or two. I mean, you miss a lot of sleep, spend a lot of money, and eat a lot of bad food.
Yeah.
Anybody got more questions for Gavin?
No.
I don't know what his bedtime is, so I'm
Yeah.
when you talk to these young guns, I mean really young guns.
I gotta getting a little close.
Keep you strict on that one, right? Okay, yeah.
All right, tell you what, Gavin, give another shout out to your sponsors. Make sure you throw your thanks into your parents. Hint, hint. And we'll go ahead and let you get out of here after that.
Okay, thank you. I want to thank my mom, my dad, Hilo, Axis, HMS, Alpine Stars, Schroth Racing, Mellow Yellow, Ideal Realty, Talon Chassis, Nitro Kart, QRC, Flash Engines, and pretty much all of it.
Cool.
And Swindell Speedride was the biggest one.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, going to wish you a lot of good luck, and make sure that you guys keep up in touch with me so I know how you're doing.
Okay, thank you for having me, sir.
Thank you for joining us. It was a blast.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Thanks, Chris.
Good night.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. Sounds like the what is
11. How long have you been racing
Same
since I was
thing
4?
Good night, Joe Bob. Good night, Joe Bob. Bye, Joe Bob.
Lord. Actually, more than half his life already.
That's like his whole.
When did you start racing? 4? How old are you now?
Was
11?
it 3 or 4 he started?
He said 3 or 4.
Oh, he doesn't
Yeah.
even know. That's
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't even remember.
Been
And
so
he's
long
11.
ago.
He's 11 already.
Yeah,
So.
it's been so long ago. It's about half his life. Relatively speaking, I can't remember stuff half of my life either, so I don't blame him. Jeez Louise.
That's what we got Facebook and Instagram for. So if you can't remember it, we'll find it for
Well, I
you.
didn't have it back in those days. But anyway. Good
Yeah, well-
Lord, 140 some odd races. When does this kid go to school?
Hey,
Who knows?
maybe it snows out a lot. I don't know. Well, don't in the carts, don't they can have different divisions
Oh,
racing the same
sure.
day?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Up to how many could somebody that his age run?
Depends on the track and what they're running. At Langley, I think there's.
I'm trying to ask the coordinator over here. But
She's not paying attention.
I'm playing with the phone over there. But don't they have different classes, like you got a stock engine or something like that, and all this kind of business, so somebody can have 3 or 4.
We have
Carts to
junior
run.
classes for
Uh-huh.
Predator motors and then flatheads, I believe.
Mhm.
And then we have
So
Predator.
you could have multiple wins in a day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, about how
For
many?
sure.
Yeah.
Max.
Well, if depends on what cart you have. You could run a flat cart with a flat head, and then you could have a Predator on it, and then you could have a champ cart. So there's 3 races in one day.
So theoretically, most person could win in one day is 3 races, 3
With-
wins.
Yeah.
With HRTC.
With HRTC.
Cool.
Somebody's throwing the wrenches around a lot. I guess Dad's spinning a lot of wrenches there. We got 3 or 4 carts they're trying to run. Jeez.
So everybody ready for the next race in Atlanta?
Yeah, let's see if we can get some real racing out of this. We'll find out how the rest of the season's going, except for the plate racing. It's gonna be,
Yeah.
because they say it's going to be a different critter, really. That'll be interesting to see.
Well, let's see. We got how many? That's not gonna tell me how many.
No.
Just put them in numerical order by car number. So
Yeah.
BJ McLeod's going to be back out there. He's running for Rick Ware Racing. And Cody Ware is racing for Petty Ware Racing.
yeah.
And let's see, anybody else to notice here?
I'm Pearce in the Kruger car, 47.
He's
Ross
he's
Chastain,
a full-time ride, so
Yeah, Ross Chastain in the 15. And to
yeah.
be announced on the sponsor.
Premium Motorsports. And everybody else is pretty much Landon Castle.
Yeah.
I didn't hear much about Landon at the Daytona race.
Yeah.
But
They're too busy covering the wrecks.
Yeah.
I had enough of that to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, he finished what, top 15 or 16? Something like that. Somewhere in there. So, when's the first race at Langley?
March 29? I think you don't race the first week.
Is that a question or a...
Yeah, I don't race the first week, so I'm not quite sure.
You got practice to go to?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Still got quite a bit to do on the
Better
car.
be spinning them wrenches again, right?
Oh, yeah.
How much help are you nowadays on the car?
I'm always out there. If Nate's working on the car, I'm out there. Unless there's nothing to help with, then I'll walk out there every like 45 minutes and ask him if he needs anything. But so far, I've been out there just about every day.
Alright. Sounds like we're hitting dead walls over here, guys.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, let's go ahead and call it a night then.
Yeah, 808. That's a good number.
808.
Yeah.
Is that good for anything?
Or wicking to hours. I don't know.
The
Win
witching
a lottery
hour?
ticket or fill a lottery ticket out or something.
There you go. Alright. In that
All right,
case,
so-
we'll wind it on down. Thank you for coming out tonight, Caitlyn.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
In about a
Right.
month, you'll be getting your new driving suit all dirty.
When you get
There
your
you go.
How long
Hope
first
so.
get your driver's license?
It's a good question. Whenever we're not busy.
How old are you now?
16.
So you can get your driver's license.
Haven't had time to go test again.
Well, didn't they bump that up?
Hold
a little bit?
on. She said test
That's Wait a
again.
minute, again?
Yeah. Driving on the road and driving a full-size race car is quite different.
Well, you go slower on the road,
Exactly, and that's what throws me off.
and you don't have to bounce off anybody either to get ahead.
Exactly, it's not normal.
It's all making a turn.
So what did you
Exactly.
what did you
Skewed
fail on the
perspectives
test?
there.
I failed a sign.
Failed what?
I failed one sign.
What was
I
that?
technically got it.
Stop sign? No.
No.
Which sign did you fail?
It was a, I can't even remember.
You gonna help her out, Mom?
I didn't take the test.
She didn't
What
even
was
tell
it?
you.
Better break the book back and start studying the signs again. Oh, jeez.
I can't remember what it was.
I think it threw me off with my kids. They asked, when my kids are driving, and they said, "Oh, you have to come down for your driver's license too." I went, "Really?"
I know.
It's been several years ago now. And so I read the book and it had broken yellow line. I'm going, "What the heck is that?" That's new from when I started. And believe it or not, it was on the test. Get on computer, whatever, and that was us.
Yeah.
So I passed that one. I knew I got one right.
Randy said April 6th.
April 6th. All right. You got a target.
See, I know why Mom and Dad aren't rushing you to get your driver's license. Insurance stays down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's over here oblivious again.
Yeah. And the
Probably.
insurance company automatically put the youngest driver on the newest car unless you tell them otherwise. They're
Got
real
good
cute about
agents.
that. Like I said, I got 2 daughters. I know how that
We
works.
have a really, really good agent.
Yeah.
All right. In that case,
That's all boring stuff. Let's move on here.
yeah,
Let's wrap it up and go do dinner or something, right?
there we go.
I'll
Let's
be
get out of
Pearce
here and go get something to eat.
tonight.
We're all starved to death. Have to eat cookies.
No. No.
Oh, yeah.
What?
We're gonna be at the Patriotic Festival with the car.
You're gonna be where?
The Patriotic Festival with the car.
When's this?
That is
End of May.
the end of May and then the first 2 days of June.
Tell me a little bit more about
At
it.
where?
The Patriotic Festival to the beach.
Which beach?
Virginia Beach.
Okay, we got a lot of beaches around here. I got to clarify that. Buckaroo, Gloucester, it could be anywhere.
We're on the other side of the water.
Yeah.
On that side.
The
That
ocean
doesn't
side.
count hardly.
The ocean side.
Yeah. Okay.
Even then, you got a bunch of beaches out there too. Each other, Chicks
Yeah.
Beach.
Exactly.
Anywho, all right, we'll run this thing up. Get this puppy put to bed. And we'll catch everybody next week on Let's Talk Racing. What? Why? Did anybody wave? I didn't even see it.
I did.
You did?
I did.
I just went.
There we go. I saw a wave. I can stop now.